So you really have to be active. And, I think the communication and deflections are the two biggest factors for me.
And then just generally without AD, LeBron was talking about, of course, it's going to take a little time to find the rhythm and for guys to know how much to step up and where. What have you seen on that front over these last two?
Yeah, we've sort of tweaked and adjusted each game that's gone by, whether we're winning or losing, and just look for subtle ways to adjust what we're doing and find a little bit of a new identity. Obviously you lose somebody like Anthony, you change somewhat. So we're continuing to work through that, and we'll continue to adjust. And it's been great to have Dennis back in the lineup the last two games, give us a huge lift.
Dan?
I think Dennis was something like plus 38, if I'm looking at that. Hold on, let me pull it up.
32.
Okay. Plus 32, just some absurd number. Most of it in the first quarter. Was it just his pace, you think, or sort of his overall sort of thrust on both sides of the court? I don't know if that's a good word or not, but what was it?
Well, our starters played terrific. I think that's a part of it. Every time you look at a plus minus, it's the player, but it's also the group that he's out there with. And, I think our starters had a mindset to, make sure we took care of business against a team that stole one last time they were here and really came out motivated in that first quarter.
Dave?
Mike, how do you feel about the job you do punching the clock when you win the game and you only have to play LeBron James 24 minutes?
I sleep better at night, that's for sure. We want to make sure that we're managing him the best we can. He wants to be in there, and, you respect that about him. So, you just got to make sure that, as the games go by, you try to stay away from overtime. That's been the biggest problem with the minutes for us is all the overtime games that we've had. But, you welcome nights like this where you can keep those minutes low.
Kyle?
Frank, especially at the end of that first quarter, it seemed like LeBron especially was so disruptive to what the Warriors wanted to do. When you look at these past two games together and what you guys have accomplished defensively, how much has familiarity and just knowledge of the opponent played a role?
We played a whole series of this defensive coverage last year against Portland. And then some of the movement stuff with Steph, our coverages are similar to the way we guarded Duncan Robinson in the finals. So there is a familiarity piece with those two playoff opponents that we had and these last two opponents we had in the regular season. So, when the group is connected and we're working with the new guys, to learn these schemes, it just helps us be a step sooner to things. I think you saw that tonight.
Last three. Rashawn?
Coach, you guys went through that skid. You were below 100 points 3 of those 4 games. Tonight you got 99 at the end of the third. What more than anything has changed offensively?
Well, I think it's both ends, right? I think our defense has really picked up the last 2 games, and when we're getting stops without fouls, we get out on the break, and that's when we're at our best offensively. When we're not getting stops and we're walking it up each time, and trying to play in the half court, things can be a little more.
Hey, Coach. Just curious, how did that feel to look over and see LeBron on the sideline, being able to ice his knees, knowing that you guys had the game in the bag? I mean, you guys coming off a short turnaround, after finishing in the bubble, and it's been kind of a grind. And, when's the last time you were able to look over and see Bron be able to rest like that? And what's changed, after? Oh. Yeah, so before it cut off, I was just saying, after losing the 4, of course, what's changed? It seems everybody's a little more fired up. Shots are starting to fall. Just wondering if anything clicked after those losses or.
Yeah, well, we're just staying the course. We're believing in one another. We're going to have rough patches throughout the season. I remember going back to start the season saying there's going to be some ugly nights with the quick turnaround. And, we hit that stretch just then when Anthony and then Dennis goes down. Get into a little bit of an adjustment period, but we keep grinding, stick to our principles, make subtle tweaks, and obviously getting Dennis back has really helped us. And It's been great to see. Tonight was great to see Bron, be able to take the fourth quarter off, get some rest.
Last question. Dan has a follow-up.
Frank, before the game, we saw AD just doing some light kind of on-court shooting and stuff like that. I guess, what is that? Is that new in his progression? And is there anything else that he's been doing?
Yeah, it's just light shooting. We're still on track to, for the 4-week plan.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Coach.